We're having our 35th annual wood carving show and competition.
Well, right now we're at the registration table. This is where people come and get their entries put into the competition part of the show. I am taking care of the purchase award, which is our major prizes out there, and I'm also taking care of the People's Choice, which is really unique because every member or of the public that comes in gets a ballot, and they get to look at the People's Choice carvings, and the people get to choose who wins.
Well, I brought in a caribou and a buffalo, but that's my carvings. There's all kinds of carvings in there, from soup to nuts, as far as what's available, and all the talent that's in this area is unbelievable.
I'm even surprised at the quality and the number of carvings and the different types of carvings and stuff that's out there. Every year it just changes so much, and this year it's no different than any other year. It's just getting better and better all the time. So, it's one of those things that's really hard to describe. You have to literally come and see it. If you've ever been to a wood carving show before anywhere, then everybody says that this was one of the best ones around.
That vibe of which we were at.
It's all wood. Yeah.
Usually, the glider gets made anyway, so.
I like doing the houses. I also have done the native, and I teach that with a native fellow up at Halliburton School of Art, Fleming College in Halliburton. I go out to Nebraska to take courses on doing the cottonwood bark. This isn't wood, it's bark. And it comes in all kinds of different sizes. This is what it starts out like. And we take it and we turn it into these.
I love your poop deck. I love your poop deck.
Just like log houses, and when I grew up we had a log house when I was little.
I used to carve ducks and birds and whatever, different things. But I seen a picture in a magazine of a salmon, and it was done in the Pacific Northwest Coast Indian art style. And I thought it looked pretty good, so I tried it and come out not too bad. So I started studying up on it and reading about it, the different tribes and whatnot. And then I just started into this artwork. This is called Wild Man of the Woods. It closes up into an eagle. It's called a transformation mask.
Yeah, it's almost finished. I'll just be sanding him down and put a clear coat Doing the registration right now, intermediate category, and also running the silent auction, trying to raise money for charities. We give money to food bank, and also help the carving club provide wood for the classes that we offer at the Heartland Forest for the kids.
Sue. I've been doing pine needle coiling for about 10 years. Pine needle coiling is coiling like you would coil a rope around and sewing with pine needles. These are 10 to 18 inches long and they come from Florida. That is a gourd. Yes, it's a hard-shelled gourd. It's been painted and carved.
It's just like, yeah. I would never be able to.
Carving Illustrated had them in there, and they're hard in the back. They carve them out because they're nice and light for the tree. So then I go.
What sorts of things are you looking for when you're judging an item? There, what variables are there?
Well, it depends on the item that you're judging. If it's a bird, something that has to be certain colors and certain size and that, there's that to consider. But the other part is if they're doing, say, like caricatures, for example, you're looking for a little bit of originality. Certain amount of proportion. Yeah. And I remember one guy saying one time, he says, if you think you've gone too deep, in your carving, go deeper. It creates character. Mm-hmm. You're looking for character, you're looking for originality, you're looking for all kinds of stuff. There's different things. But basically, when you're doing, like, say, birds that are not usually changing from one species to another, you're looking for exactness, color. If it gets down to it, that's if you want to separate the best from almost the best, then you gotta.
It's background, it's scenery.
Background, scenery, habitat, all that kind of stuff. The mount, so all kinds of things to be considered.
Wood burning, again, you're looking for originality. Line weight, that kind of thing. How they use shading and stuff. So.
And you have to pick the piece up. You have to look at it. You have to turn it upside down and look at every little crease and every. You have to give the guy a chance. You can't just look at it and say, yeah, that looks good, or can't. It's not first impression is good impression, but you have to really study the piece and. Yeah, that's about it, I guess.
Yeah. It's an awesome show, and we're so pleased to be at Heartland. It's just a wonderful place, and wonderful people here, and a wonderful facility. So we're very, very pleased, and everybody's coming out, and it's going to be a great show.
Hi, my name is Barry Casement. I am the president of the Niagara Wood Carving Association. I live here in Welland, Ontario. I started carving when I was about 11 years old. I found a pocket knife while I was out hiking in the bush. So I picked it up and started whittling away on branches and sticks. And I started with a broom handle that I found in the house. So I'd cut about a 8 or 10 inch piece off the end of the broom handle and start whittling away and carving on it until my mom come down one day and her broom handle is about half the length it should be. So she took that broom away from me and told me not to cut up her brooms anymore, and she gave me a hockey stick, and that was an awful lot harder to carve, so I had to learn how to sharpen a knife then.
So do you have a specialty in what you like to carve?
I do a lot of, the specialty that I do mostly is architectural wood carving. I do a lot of restoration, antique restoration, building restoration, furniture and so on. But I really enjoy doing some of the sculptural type work, freeform art in wood. And that's one of the pieces I have here with me. This is a piece I've been working on. This is a hickory burl I picked up at one of the trade shows I was at. It started out as just a large block of wood, twisted piece of hickory. And what I did was, it had a large ant nest in this area, so I hollowed it out first to get rid of the ant nest, and that was the start of it. And then I started creating the rest of the sculpture from there. Being a piece of hickory, it is very hard and very heavy, so it's not something that most carvers would like to carve in, but with the tools that I use, it doesn't become very difficult for me. When you're taking up wood carving, a lot of times the woods that you're carving in are going to be basswood or butternut, at least locally anyways, and you're getting a squared off block of wood and a pattern for someone that's just getting started, and then you're following a pattern. For things like this sculptural type work and that, it's more you're finding a piece of wood and being able to see something in it. There's two completely different avenues when you're carving, whether it's the birds and animals, where you're following somebody's pattern, or being creative and carving a sculptural piece out of a piece of wood. And we have a number of members that do both and do it very well. So it's and being able to bounce ideas and seeing works by other people encourages you to do more and be more creative and have more fun with it. We have a number of people, the young people that are getting started in carving now, that it's not a lot of cost involved unless you really get deep into it, but you can do a lot of carving with a minimal amount of tools. A knife and a small set of chisels, less than $100, will get you going. And I know carvers that have been carving for 20 years and that's all they own is a knife and a small set of chisels. So you don't have to put out a large amount of money. It'll depend on what you want to do, the style of carving that you're interested in. Following a pattern is fairly easy. When I got started, there was very little as far as literature to be able to learn from on your own, but today there's the carving books and patterns and that are out there are just huge compared to when I started about 40 years ago. Here at Heartland Forest where we meet, we also have carving classes for young people from 8 to 16 years old. We got that started when we got involved with Heartland Forest here as a place to teach kids. We've wanted to do it as a part of the club for a long time. The issue was having a venue or a place to be able to come to carve, and Heartland Forest has offered us a great place, a venue to be able to teach from. They've got a great forest and a great atmosphere here, so it's a great fit for us and for the kids to learn to carve with.